Today I'm going to read you this book called Ganesha's Sweet Tooth. Ganesha is a Hindu god. He has an elephant's head and then a human's body. He loves eating sweets, especially the sweets called Laddoo. While he was eating his favorite Laddoo, he lost one task. But something good came out of this incident. And let's start reading now. Ganesha's Sweet Tooth by Sanjay Patel and Emily Haynes. Ganesha is a Hindu god. He's very important and powerful and a tad chubby. But when he was a kid, he was just like any other kid. Except that he had an elephant's head and cruised around on a magical mouse collecting fruit, rice, sweets, and other gifts from the temples in his neighborhood. Ganesha loved to eat sweets and candy, especially the traditional Indian dessert, Laddoo. His best friend, Mr. Mouse, could eat only one at a time, which was okay by Ganesha. He didn't want to share all his Laddoos. Squeak! One day, while Ganesha and Mr. Mouse were out looking for sweets, they discovered a new kind of Laddoo. The Super Jumbo Jawbreaker Laddoo. Ganesha snatched up the shiny treat and was about to eat it right there on the spot. "Wait!" squeaked Mr. Mouse. "Don't eat it! It's a jawbreaker. It will break your tusk." "But I'm a god," said Ganesha. "I'm invincible." Ganesha popped the Laddoo in his mouth. He bit down and... snap! "Squeak! Oh no!" Mr. Mouse yelled. "How will I ever put my task back on?" Ganesha wailed. Ganesha was very clever and tried all sorts of ideas. "What if I tie it on with string? What if I stick it on with glue? Maybe I could just hold it on with my hand?" But nothing worked. "I look lopsided," he said. "Everyone will laugh at me." "No, they won't," said Mr. Mouse. "Everyone loses their teeth. And besides, you already have an elephant's head, and your friends still love you." Ganesha wasn't convinced. He thought he looked awful. He took all his anger and frustration and hurled his tusk at the moon. But the tusk didn't hit the moon. It sailed over a bush and hit the head of an old man who was walking by. "Is this your tusk?" the old man asked. "I'm sorry," said Ganesha. "I didn't mean to hit you. I was aiming for the moon." "What's your name?" "I'm Ganesha, and this is Mr. Mouse." "You are Ganesha?" the old man exclaimed. "I've been looking for you." I'm Vyas, the poet, and I need a special scribe for a poem. It's so long that no man could ever write the whole thing. All the pens in the world would break before it was done. I'm not a man, said Ganesha, and I love stories. But I don't have anything to write with. What about your tusk? Vyas asked. That's just a big tooth, Ganesha said. It's a very special tooth, Vyas explained, handing Ganesha a piece of paper. Give it a try. Ganesha took the paper and pressed down with the tip of his tusk. It made a mark. Ganesha was so excited that he drew a flower, and then a tree, and then a picture of Mr. Mouse, along with a few of his other favorite things. I love my task, said Ganesha. I'd be happy to help you. What is the story about? The beginning of things, said Vyas. It's rather hard to sum up. It's called the Mahabharata. Excuse me, said Mr. Mouse, jumping on the end of Ganesha's trunk. I don't mean to interrupt, but what exactly are the terms of this agreement? It is a very long poem, after all. Can you tell the whole story in one go, Vyas? No stopping? As long as Ganesha understands the meaning of everything I say. Can I eat sweets while I write? Asked Ganesha. As long as you don't stop writing, said Vyas. Ganesha and Mr. Mouse agreed. Let's begin! As Vyas spoke, Ganesha put his tusk to the paper and began writing. Soon he forgot all about the Super Jumbo Jawbreaker Laddoo and how funny he looked. He even forgot about the sweets he wanted to eat. Long ago, Vyas said, there lived a very brave king of Hastinapur. One day, when he was out hunting, he happened upon a beautiful woman sitting on the banks of the Ganga River. 100,000 verses later, Ganesha put down his tusk. The Mahabharata, the great epic of Hindu literature, was complete. Ganesha picked around a stack of paper and saw that Mr. Mouse had been eating his way through the laddoos as they worked. The poem had taken a very long time. But Ganesha was happy to see there were still a few left for him and his friends. The end.
Please like,
share, and subscribe.